This is the very definition of a variety channel. What's going on? Welcome to The Bottom Line, your new favorite variety channel. I'm Jimmy alongside Austin Myers, aka Mr. Taco. We hope you're doing well. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you are new here, and hit that bell so you stay notified of every single video. And if you are new here, welcome. We are happy to have you. So before we get into this, let me explain why we decided to revamp into a variety channel officially, because we like to talk about pretty much everything and anything here on this channel except for politics. So anything political, get lost with that. We don't want no part of it. Have a nice day. But other than that, we will talk about anything we want, whether that be sports, whether it be music, reaction videos, gaming, you name it. We talk about it. Movies even. We've added a few movie reviews here and there. We talk about it. But for this particular episode, I am going to lay back a bit because Austin told me off the air that he has quite a few things that he wants to get off of his chest. So this is not only the very definition of a variety channel, but this is also Austin's rants time. So Austin, I'm just going to leave it to you because I know you want to get into a bunch of different topics. So the floor is yours. Go right ahead.
All right. Where do I start? Give me a topic and I'll start.
Well, how about we start with your area of expertise, the American Hockey League, the AHL. I know the Ice Hogs are doing very well. They just clinched a playoff spot, and congratulations to them. Well deserved.
I'm not gonna call it very well. We're mid. We are fucking mid.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, start with the American Hockey League. Go for that first.
All right, time to pull up the standings and whatnot. Give me 30 seconds.
Well, Austin,
I will go on a tangent.
No. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Don't worry.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
All right, the American Hockey League. Hershey's probably going to go all the way again.
Yeah.
Hershey is currently sitting at 48-12, which is
isn't that the best? Isn't that the best record in the AHL right now?
That right now they are currently the best team in the league. Yes, they lead the Coachella Valley Firebirds by 20 points.
God dang.
If you were trying to tell me that Hershey is not going to go all the way this year and win back-to-back Calder's, I'm going to call you fucking crazy. Because that team right now deserves it. They are playing their ass off day in and day out. Both goalies look stout, and it kind of scares me. Because if they keep it this way for a couple of years, oh God.
No, I agree. I mean, I could probably see Coachella going all the way too, but if anybody's
it'll probably be Hershey Coachella again this year. It's probably going to be a Coachella Hershey finals again this year.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough.
But since we talked about the top of the league, let's talk about the bottom of the league. You currently have 3 teams tied for last place with 53 points, and that's the Barracuda, the Wolves, and the Islanders.
You're talking about the Bridgeport Islanders, right? Okay.
I don't know what the Chicago Wolves were thinking when they decided to go independent this year. It obviously didn't work for them this year. They really need to think about going back to Carolina because Carolina had them set pretty well last year. But, I'm just a fan. I don't know any better. And another thing the AHL needs to do is talk to their fucking referees because their refs are absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
There were a lot of missed calls, not just in last night's game in Rockford, but there's been a lot of missed calls just in general the last 5 or 6 games I've been at. One that stands out the most was in Rockford just recently against Grand Rapids, where we should have had a goal, but Grand Rapids goalie Sebastian Kosa pushed the net off the peg and they called it a no goal.
He pushed it off on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He saw the shot, and he didn't like the way he was stanced, so he went and he pushed his skate off the fucking post, and it pushed the post and pushed the net off the post. So
correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a penalty.
It'd be a delay game penalty.
Or at least it should have been a penalty.
It should have been either A good goal, or B, a delay game penalty. Neither one was called.
Okay. Wow.
The AHL is absolute. The refs are absolute dog shit. Kyle Beach's brother is an AHL referee. Comes to Rockford games all the time. He's very biased against Rockford. He had an issue this year where he got talked to by the AHL, and I guess apparently he can't ref Rockford games anymore.
Wow.
Thank the Lord heaven above, because he'd get caught. I guarantee you, he'd make one more mistake, he'd get caught outside the beam. It wouldn't be pretty.
Probably. It seems like everybody has a problem with Kyle Beach nowadays anyway, but we're not going to get into that because this is not that type of show. But anyway, please continue.
And just because I feel bad, I'm going to bring Matt's Henderson Silver Knights into this. Currently 27th in the league with 59 points. They're absolute dog shit this year. There's nothing much else to it. I literally just went last weekend and saw them. They got blown out 3-0 by Milwaukee. It's not pretty out. It is not pretty in Henderson right now. Henderson needs to figure out what the fuck's going on. They need to talk to their big club and see if they can work something out to where the big club can help them out, because whatever you're doing in Henderson right now, it ain't cutting. And then you go and you look at my guys, the 18th overall Rockford Ice Hogs right now. We are currently 33-23 this year. We have 73 points, 3 points behind Grand Rapids for second in the division.
Okay.
So basically what we need to happen tonight is Grand Rapids needs to lose to the Wolves, which probably won't happen. And then we need to beat Grand Rapids on Saturday.
Right.
Which we can do. We just have to play the best hockey we can. And last night wasn't the best hockey. We got outshot we got outshot 35-18 last night.
Ouch.
But it was okay because we won in a shootout. Was it a very stressful night?
You got 2 points anyway, so.
Was it a very stressful night in Rockford, knowing we only needed 1 point to clinch our playoff spot? Yes. Did we get that 1 point? Yes. Did we win? Yes. Did we need the extra point? Not really.
But hey, it helps. It helps in the standings.
It helps because if we can jump Grand Rapids, we get home ice advantage for the first round of playoffs.
I mean, if they can get that, I think they'll definitely play a lot better than they have been all season.
I mean, we're looking better. Our both goalies look great. Drew Commesso and Jackson Stauber. Jackson Stauber is currently on a 10-game heater.
Stauber's been fantastic. I mean, hey, Stauber scored a goal this year, so.
Yeah. Stauber, like I just said, Stauber is on a 10-game win streak right now, so.
There you go.
There you go. Well, technically 10.5 because he came in for Commesso, and Commesso saved the shot with his blocker hand.
Oh yeah, and then he had to sit out a couple of games.
No, he played Commesso played the next game.
Oh yes, no, but for some reason he decided to play. Like, damn, all right.
And I talked to Commesso last night before the game, and I asked him how his hand went. He goes, hand's feeling great.
There you go. So, all right.
We're glad to hear that he's healthy. Stauber's looking pretty good. He was very happy coming out of the arena last night. But no, if our goalies can just stay the way they are right now, Rockford could easily get past round one and fight. They could really bring the fight to Milwaukee come round two if they really needed to.
Fair enough.
But then again, if I'm not mistaken, we won't get Milwaukee until round 3.
Oh, okay.
Because if playoffs were to start today, it would be Milwaukee getting the bye, Rockford versus Grand Rapids, and the Texas Stars versus the Manitoba Moose.
Oh, that'd be a terrific matchup.
Which Texas and Manitoba, both pretty all right teams. I'll take either or. Texas seems to have our number the last couple of years, which scares me.
Right.
But it's all going to come down to, can you withstand the pressure going into playoffs? That's the question that's always asked. These players need to be able to withstand the pressure going into playoffs, and when you're put in these pressure cooker situations, can you own up to it?
I agree.
And I think we saw it a lot last night with Rockford. Rockford, they had a lot of pressure on them, and a lot of our players kept falling. Our players on home ice usually don't trip that often. So seeing like 6 of our guys go down last night was kind of one of those things where it was like, what's happening? And some of our bigger name players, like David Gust, ended up falling, and I was like, Gust, what the fuck? There were a couple calls that should have been called last night. Rockford's Brett Cini ended up taking a stick to his groin area.
Oh.
And I felt bad for the poor man. He went down so fast. I'm like, oh, fuck. But
man,
that was a call that was missed. And then we had a Milwaukee player take I think he took a Isaac Phillips slap shot to the face.
Oh God!
Ended up cutting him from his eyebrow to the middle of his forehead. From what I had heard from sources after the game last night, player ended up telling fans that he had to have 28 stitches.
28? Wow! Oh my gosh!
I'm like, so that was fun, but
he's okay though, right?
Oh yeah, from what I know, he's fine.
Okay, all right, good.
But still, think about it: 28 stitches in your head for taking a fucking slap shot to the head. Like, holy fuck.
I mean, back in second grade, I got like 10 stitches in my eyebrow here because some kid decided to push me onto a puddle of ice in front of my elementary school. But that nowhere near hurts as much as getting a puck to the face. I mean, damn.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, what I think to find weird about that even more is, did it catch him under the visor and that's why? Or did it catch the visor when the visor flexed, it cut him open?
Oh, gosh.
But the AHL playoffs, they're set to start sometime after the 21st of the month.
Yeah, around the same time as the Stanley Cup playoffs in the NHL, because they start either the 19th or the 20th, so I think you're right about that.
Yeah. Our Rockford regular season doesn't end until the 21st, so it's going to be sometime after that.
Okay.
Which I might be doing the last 3 games of the year. I'm thinking about it.
Nice. So hey, you heard him. If you're at BMO, go say hi to
it's
that.
Not even at BMO. It's not even at BMO. BMO's the 19th.
Oh, it's not?
No. Last home game's the 19th. The 20th they're in Rosemont, and the 21st they're in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
And I think my partners in crime might be joining me.
Nice. There you go.
We're gonna go enjoy a little bit of end of the season hockey.
Nice.
But
I like that.
The AHL, it's getting down to the nitty gritty. There's not a lot to be said about this team right now. Once we get to playoffs and we see who Chicago decides to send down to help us during the playoffs, there'll be more to talk about. But right now, it's hold off until playoffs. Make yourself look good before playoffs. Make sure you're in tip-top shape before playoffs, because you're going to need every healthy member of your team you can get.
Fair enough to me.
Whether that be somebody getting sent down from Chicago, like a Lucas Reichel or a Joey Anderson. Hell, there's even been talks about the Blackhawks, because they're young. There's been talks about them possibly sending Korchinski and Bedard down.
Wait, time out. Send Connor Bedard down? No!
Think about it.
No!
Think
You
about
can't
it.
do that.
Think about
No
it.
way. He's killing it right
Think
now.
about it. No, after the Hawks season ends, because he's young enough and he's on a 3-level ECL, since he's on an ECL 3 years and he's so young, he is eligible to be sent down for playoffs.
Oh, for playoff? Okay. I got you.
And if you are the Chicago Blackhawks, you take every chance you can get to put that man on the ice. Do I think they'll send Bedard down? Fuck no. Would I like to see Bedard in a Rockford jersey? Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if
My
Connor
only
Bedard
issue
plays in these playoffs? My god.
My only issue there is if they send Bedard down, they probably won't let anybody stand outside after the game.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
You'll have 200, 300 people waiting for Bedard after a game, which
Yep, I was gonna say it was gonna be too much of a crowd. I don't want everybody to disperse. All right, game's over. Everybody go home.
Yeah. Which if it happens, it happens. But I'm gonna let them know. Hey, motherfuckers, I stand outside after every game. You ain't fucking with me. The guys literally know me. Literally, as soon as the guys walk out, they're like, "Oh, hey, Taco."
Hey, there you go. And by the way,
all right, that's enough of the. Go ahead.
I was also going to say, speaking of the NHL and the Blackhawks, what the hell's going on with them, boy? Because I mean, they are quite possibly having the worst season of their franchise right now. I mean, look, granted, this was supposed to be a down year anyway, but even still, the fact that Connor Bedard is absolutely killing it and nobody else is just shows you how piss poor of a job this team has tried to develop their younger guys. Because if you seriously cannot build enough around this kid, you're in trouble.
It's not even the fact of they're having issues or giving their talent a chance. It's the issue of you have this kid that you're paying attention. You have this kid that you're trying to set up for success and build around him. But it's so hard to build around him right now with the team you have that it's just, there's not much you can do. I mean, granted, I love our first line. I love the Bedard, Foligno, Kurgashev line. It's phenomenal. They asked Foligno how he feels about being on that line. He goes, I feel like the team dad. Because he goes, Bedard and Kurgashev, they'll talk to each other and they'll keep secrets from me and this and that. He's like, I truly feel like the team dad. And I love that because Nick Foligno is an absolute fucking beauty.
Oh no, he's been good for them. He's been good.
I truly believe they will give Nick Foligno the captaincy next year. I truly believe
that wouldn't surprise me at all.
They want to give it to Seth Jones? No, don't give it to Seth Jones. You're giving it to Nick Foligno. What has Seth Jones done to deserve a captaincy spot?
That's what I'm saying.
And we have Seth Jones until 2028. So help me God.
God. If you gotta put up with him as captain for 4 years, you're in trouble.
My thing with the Blackhawks though is you look at their team, they're young. Their team average is like mid-20s, I want to say.
Okay.
And they're absolute fucking beauties. Bedard plays like a madman. I've said it before, he's literally a mix of Crosby and McDavid. He's got McDavid's speed and Crosby's shots.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you can vouch for me firsthand seeing it this year. Bedard is a monster.
Yes, 100%.
He's an absolute unit. And, you have people like Nikita Zaitsev on the back end, on the defense. Why did we pick up Zaitsev? I'm not 100% sure. Has he made a difference? Absolutely. Our defense right now is possibly one of the most physical defenses I've seen the Blackhawks have since their cup runs. Which is incredible because you have, you've got Zaitsev, you've got Nordy, you have Korchinski, you have Kaiser, you've got Magna. Like, you've got guys that go out day in and day out, and they literally will run somebody over for no reason.
It's true.
It's phenomenal. And then you've got Tenorti out here throwing hands for no apparent reason. I wanted to see Tenorti and Rempe get after each other. That would have been. We all know how that.
Love that so much.
We all know how that would have gone. Tenorti would have.
Yes.
Tenorti would have been flat on his ass, but it still would have been beautiful.
It would have been ratings gold though.
It would have been Matt Rempe, fucking V7.
You're not wrong.
But altogether, and I'm a little biased because I know a few of the guys on the Blackhawks personally from when they played out here in Rockford. I just want to see them succeed. For somebody like Wyatt Kaiser, who, amazing guy by the way, Wyatt Kaiser is fucking awesome.
I have heard he's a nice guy.
Wyatt Kaiser, when he was out here in Rockford, Wyatt Kaiser would stand outside the BMO with us for 20 minutes and just have a conversation.
Nice. I like that.
There's only one other player on the team right now that does that, and that's Austin Strand. Austin Strand's an absolute beauty too, but Wyatt Kaiser, he will literally sit there and have a whole conversation with you. And so when he got called up, my little BMO group that I have, we were all a little upset about it. But we expect Kaiser to come back down for playoffs. So we'll see him during playoffs, and we'll cheer him on. We're all already talking about buying Wyatt Kaiser Blackhawk jerseys. We're gonna support that man no matter where he goes.
I like that a lot. I like that.
But so that's the Blackhawks. Blackhawks, they're just trying to rebuild. They're trying to build around Bedard, and it's very hard to do with the group of guys you have now. Like I said, Kurgashev, Foligno, that's a good first line. Jason Dickinson, he was re-signed just recently. I could see, depending on who we re-sign and who we don't re-sign, I could see him being a second-line guy.
Yeah.
All right, here's where the tangent gets real.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Buy out Soderblom ASAP.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. No, listen. Arvid Soderblom is a much better AHL goalie than he is an NHL goalie. How does this man still continue to get chance after chance after chance? Listen, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but how are you in the NHL still? And you only got 3-4 wins this season. Really?
And I try to back up Soderblom in these situations. I try to keep saying it's our defense. It's our defense. It's not our defense. I literally have tried to fight for Soderblom all year, and it's finally come to the point where I've noticed it's Soderblom. Don't get me wrong. I love Arvid. Arvid was a great guy out here in Rockford, but it's just not his time. Maybe it is his time. He just needs to go to a different team, but his time in Chicago is done. They need to. He's on a 2-year deal. They need to buy out that 2-year deal, let him go, and bring up somebody like Jackson Stauber. Jackson Stauber with his 10-game heater he's on, he's really shown that he deserves the chance in the NHL. And we had said something to him last night about it. We go, Dimitri goes, Jackson, how do you feel about the Blackhawks buying out Soderblom and calling you up? Stauber goes, dude, that would be awesome. He's like, I would love to have my chance in the NHL, but he wants that chance, and I think that's honestly why he's playing the way he is right now, because he's trying to show he's trying to show the Blackhawks organization that he is ready, and that he can be the next big thing for them if they just give him the opportunity. And to back up Peter Mrazek.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, look, Peter Mrazek hasn't been awful. So to back up him, I'd approve of that.
Give me my goalie tandem of Mrazek and Stauber in the NHL and Comesso and Weeks in the AHL, and everything will be fucking great. But until then, I can't. But until then, the Blackhawks are just the Blackhawks. And now we get to my other team, my Columbus Blue Jackets. There's not much I want to say. There's not much I want to say about these guys other than Kirill Marchenko is an absolute beauty.
Yes, Marchenko's been really good. And you know who else has been good for them? Alex Nylander. Nylander
was a phenomenal pickup for them.
Yes.
I am so happy to call Alex Nylander a Blue Jacket, considering that 1 year ago he was out here 2 years ago he was out here in Rockford, and then we traded him to Pittsburgh, and now he's with Columbus. I love it because he's showing what he can do in Columbus, which is amazing. And I love seeing players do like he is. He's not real flashy about it, but he can score goals very well. But Elvis wants out. Let Elvis go. The Blue Jackets have treated Elvis like shit for the last couple months. Just let him go. Let him go to a different team. I said it during the trade deadline. Trade Soderblom for Moose Leakins and just call it good.
Yes.
Bring Elvis to Chicago, please. Free him from Columbus to come to another dumpster fire of a team and save us from our problems.
I mean, you know what? At least Chicago would treat him a lot better than the way Columbus has treated him over the past year.
Yeah, it's sad. And, I thought things would have changed after Yarmo got booted, but it just hasn't.
Nope. It has not.
It also doesn't help that Fantilli's, injured still.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, speaking of the Blue Jackets, in all seriousness, we did hear the news about Boone Jenner. Mm-hmm. We just want to send our deepest condolences to the Jenner family. I mean, that's something you never want to. No. That's something you never want to go through as a family and as parents too. I can't imagine how much this hurts. I'm no parent, and neither is Austin. We hope to be parents one day, but regardless, that's something you never want to go through. So we just wanted to send our deepest condolences to Boone Jenner and his wife and the rest of his family. I mean, that it's terrible news, and we wanted to let him know that we're thinking about them.
But Columbus, they need to figure things out. They need to figure out what they can do to make Elvis stay if they can make something happen to where he wants to stay. Because honestly, Elvis is their franchise tendy right now. Daniel Tarasov, Tara's amazing. That's another guy that I could definitely see being good in the next few years with the Blue Jackets if they treat him right. And then you have Jet Greaves as their third string. Jet Greaves, also a great goalie, plays very well in the AHL. But those are things you can't look at. You really have to look at who you have now and what you can do to keep some of these guys.
Yeah.
Also, if there's any Blue Jackets fans watching, there's a gate giveaway coming up soon that I would really like if somebody can get that gate giveaway and hit me up on Instagram X about possibly getting one of those Russian nesting dolls of the Russian line. I would be very appreciative of it.
His Instagram his Instagram is at the Mr. Taco BLP, and his Twitter /X is Mr. Taco BLP, if you're wondering. So go follow him there.
Because I don't want to pay the eBay prices that are like $60 right now. So
and by the way, I should mention our own social media. All social media is at Bottomline WMCX. Go follow us on there as well.
You know what else you need to You know what else you need to plug?
What?
Our Patreon.
Oh, something we haven't touched in a while. But yes, link is down below in the description. Go join our Patreon. You will get exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and who knows, you might get early access to future videos. So if that's something you're interested in, click the link down below. Join our Patreon. We haven't touched on it in a while, but hey, we're back on it. So join Patreon if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. But no, the Blue Jackets they need help. They need a lot of help, and just like the Blackhawks, with the team you have, there's not really much you can do with it.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree.
And now we get to the playoff clinching in Vegas Golden Knights. I've got nothing.
Yeah, they're defending champions.
The only thing I have on the Golden Knights right now, just because it just happened, Adin Hill's injured. It always led up because they played him several games in a row.
Yep.
And Jimmy can tell you in the group chat with everybody in it, I had said for weeks and weeks, stop playing Hill. Stop playing Hill. He's going to get hurt. Stop playing Hill.
You have.
And it happened.
No, you have.
And as soon as I said it, as soon as it happened, I went into the group chat and I go, I told you so.
No, you have been saying that for a while, and now how much longer is he out for?
They're saying day to day, so we don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Hopefully, but in other news with Vegas, Tomas Hertl was in a white contact jersey last practice.
I'm telling you, if he's ready for the postseason, watch out.
Not only will
Hertl
he be ready,
is that dude. He is that dude.
Not only will Hertl be ready for postseason, but I've heard rumors that Stone is going to be ready for postseason. So if you can get Adin Hill, Mark Stone, and Tomas Hertl back for playoffs, you will be a fighting champion.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be tough to take Vegas down in the playoffs if they get those three guys back.
It's going to be extremely hard. And I'm calling my shot here. I know I called it on a live stream the other day where I said if the Rangers made the finals, I'll buy a Rempe jersey.
Yes, you did say that. I was watching that. I remember you saying that. Dude, I literally took a note in my notepad saying if the Rangers make the finals, Austin will buy a Matt Rempe jersey.
But I'm going to call my shot right here. This is my prediction for the Cup final. I'm calling it right now.
Okay.
Somebody bookmark it or whatever.
I got my notepad ready. Go ahead.
But here's my Cup final prediction. Golden Knights versus Hurricanes.
You got Carolina in the finals too. Okay. All right.
I only say that because if Carolina continues to play the way they have been, and they continue getting shutouts like Freddie has been, Carolina's gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, I still question their goaltending in the playoffs, but if Freddie Anderson can continue playing the way he is, I don't think anybody's stopping Carolina.
I wouldn't question it. You got veteran presence with Freddie Anderson, and then you have the rookie Pyotr Kochetkov.
That's fair.
I get it. Kochetkov doesn't have much NHL playoff experience, but he has AHL playoff experience.
I mean, it does count as playoff experience. So
it's playoff experience. It helps. And a lot of those guys he played against in the AHL playoffs are NHL players now.
Yeah,
so
no, that's fair.
It's
fair enough.
Like I said, I'm calling my shot now. Vegas Carolina Cup final. Do I care who wins? No, I love both. I like both teams. Carolina win. If Carolina wins, I'll buy myself a Freddie Anderson Canes jersey. If Vegas wins, who knows? I'll buy another Vegas jersey.
Oh boy. I mean, listen, my Cup final prediction before the season started, and I said this on my other show from the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network, and please go subscribe to that if you aren't already. I know I haven't promoted it all that much on here, but I do have another show from the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast, Hockey Podcast Network. I'll leave a link down below in the description section. Go check it out on YouTube and all audio platforms. But I said my Cup final prediction before the season was Boston and Seattle. One of those teams is still looking good, and that's Boston. I still stand by that. Seattle, I know, is not looking all that great. So if Boston has a chance against anybody, give me Vegas. Yeah, I think Vegas has a more legitimate shot to go back to the Stanley Cup final than anybody else. in the West. I know Winnipeg has had a really good season, surprisingly very good season. I know Vancouver's been surprising, but Vegas is the defending champ for a reason. I think they have a shot of getting back, but I still stand by Boston.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, though, we're running out of time here, unfortunately, but I'll let you finish, Austin. But we do have one more topic after this, so please go for it.
I'm actually going to bring up some breaking news real fast. I know it dropped.
No, please go ahead.
I know it dropped earlier today regarding the NFL, but Buffalo got fleeced.
Oh, Stephon Diggs got straight. Yeah, wasn't it like
that was awful? Yeah, I think it's 2 second-round draft picks or something like that.
Oh my god.
Dude, Buffalo got fleeced.
If you're Houston, that is amazing for CJ Stroud. I mean, they are going to be legit contenders this season. But if you're Buffalo, what the hell is wrong with you?
What were you thinking?
He wasn't happy there, but even still, you don't want to try to make him happy. You don't want to try to get him the ball more. You don't want to try to get him help. What are you doing? Come on, Buffalo. You know better than this.
What were they thinking? I just feel bad for Josh Allen.
Oh, I do too. No question. I mean, now the Bills are probably not going to win the AFC East. It's probably going to be, dare I say, the New York Jets if Aaron Rodgers is healthy. Who knows? Hey, listen, I'm not a Jets fan. Maybe I'm just holding on to hope, but it is what it is.
When we get closer to NFL season, we can have Neil come on and talk about the Jets.
Yes, 1,000%. And by the way, our former co-host Neil does have a book out, JETS Pain, Pain, Pain. Go check that out on Amazon, by the way. Please. Anyway, though,
but no,
our topic to cover here, and that would be the mediocre, at least in my opinion, Toronto Blue Jays. I'm just saying, because at the time of this episode,
450-foot home run in the first game back. Go yourself. How long did it take Aaron Judge to hit a homer this year? Yeah.
6 games in, but who cares? Anyway, at the time of this
recording, what did Vladdy do? Yeah,
exactly. Anyway, we are at the time of this episode, we're 6 games in, and the Blue Jays have already gotten no hit by who? The Houston Astros, a team that got swept by the New York Yankees opening week. And Austin, I know you have some feelings about this. I know you have been critical about your Blue Jays. So
it's 6
I'm just gonna leave this
it's terrible. You know, it's terrible. We're 6 games in, and I'm already beyond critical about this team. Is this a sign of what's to come this year? Because if this is a sign of what's to come this year, I didn't sign up for it.
I don't think anybody did.
I'm very critical about my Blue Jays, and it's sad because, they're 3-3 right now.
Yes.
They're 3-3. They're set to finish their series against the Astros tonight in about 2 hours, I think it is. It's a 7-10 start time.
At the time of this episode on April 3rd, it'll be about an hour from now.
No, because they start at 7:10.
Oh, 7.
They start at 8:10 your time. So it's about 2.5 hours or so.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. It's about 2 hours, so it's like the Toronto Blue Jays, on paper, they look phenomenal.
Yes.
On paper, it's another team where it's like, holy crap, we actually have a chance. I mean, you look at our lineup. George Springer in the number 1 spot. Great leadoff man. They took Vladdy and put him on second. Vladdy's in the 2 hole, which I would have rather have him in the 3. And then you have Bichette. And then you have Justin Turner, which was a wild pickup this year for us. He's batting right now. Justin Turner is batting at .35.
Oh,
which
all right, fair enough.
Awful. And then you got Dalton Varsho. Varsho, it's early in the year. Varsho's not really shown much. He's batting a .118.
Okay.
Then you have God himself, Alejandro Kirk.
Oh. I can't believe he's still on the team. I really can't believe it.
Alejandro Kirk is currently, at the time of this recording, batting a .111.
Ooh.
Then you have Kevin Kiermaier, who is god-awful this year. 6 games in, Kevin Kiermaier is batting a .067. Let me repeat myself, Jimmy. A .067.
Not what you want. Not what you want.
And then you have a name that Jimmy's very familiar with, Connor Falefa.
IKF. I miss him already.
IKF is currently batting at .286, which pretty good at bat average. And then you have Kevin Biggio, who's batting a .200.
All right, could be better, but not terrible.
Which isn't bad. But tonight's starting pitcher, I'm very critical against. Tonight's starting pitcher is Bassett. Bassett's 0-1 with a 7.2 ERA.
Ugh, God.
With Kevin Gausman out, our pitching roster is fucked. Our number one pitcher now that with Gausman out, I'm pretty sure is Yusei Kikuchi right now.
Kikuchi, yeah.
Which don't get me wrong, Kikuchi's great.
Yeah,
I love Kikuchi to death. Kikuchi, he's one of those guys that I don't have an issue with. It's just I kind of wish. Let's see, pitcher. Oh no, my bad. Our number one pitcher right now is Jose Barrios.
Oh, it's Barrios. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about him.
It's Barrios, and then it's Kikuchi, and then it's Bassett. Which, I mean, Barrios and Kikuchi, they're all right. They're solid pitchers. There's just a point where I wish Kevin Gausman would come up and be healthy again. But you know what makes things even better? Alek Manoah's on a minor league contract this year. Right where he belongs.
Yeah.
Alek Manoah is on a minor league contract. Right where he belongs. He does not belong in the major leagues. He deserves to be in the minors, AAA, AA, high A, low A. I don't care where he's at. He deserves to be in the minors. He needs to develop. I don't want him on my team until he's developed enough to where he doesn't let fucking 15 runs in a game.
That pretty much sums up the Blue Jays in a nutshell.
And then my question is, where the fuck is Jordan Romano?
Oh, yeah. For some reason, he fell off the face of the earth. I don't think we've even heard from him at all this season, have we?
He's on the 40-man roster.
Then I don't understand why are they even using him?
He's on our 40-man, but he's not on our active.
Is he
hurt? I think he's hurt.
So then if he's hurt, why put him on the active roster? Put him on the IL.
He's not on the active. He's on our 40-man.
Oh, 40. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Okay, that's my bad.
That's why I'm like, where is he? And is he hurt? Yeah, here we go. Thursday the 28th, Romano placed on 15-day IR with a right elbow inflammation.
His elbow. Oh, God. Everybody in their elbows. Here we go. Garrett Cole, Jordan Romano. Who's next?
As long as it's not Tommy John's, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. That's Tommy John's all anybody wants to worry about now is Tommy John's surgery.
Tommy John's right now is season ending.
Yep.
So, but it's still, I keep saying it because I'm trying with everybody that I talk to at work about the Cubs. I keep telling them it's too early in the year. You can't be real hard on these teams yet. We're 6 games in. You got to be easy on these teams right now. But you know, it's so hard for me to be easy on these Blue Jays when you let a fucking no-hitter by fucking 4 games into the year.
Yes. Yeah, and not only that, you get no hit by a guy who's A, 30 years old, and B, had his 8th career start.
I agree. This team needs to. They need to open their eyes and see what happened. I mean, obviously they did open their eyes because they beat the Astros last night. with a top of the ninth bomb by our good buddy Davis Schneider. I love that man to death.
Oh, man.
Also, Daniel Vogelback, give him the MVP for the team already. Give Danny Burgers the MVP just for joining the team.
Oh God.
I also believe Joey Votto shouldn't be on a minor league contract.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. He should be on the roster immediately.
Joey Votto said he didn't care how they signed him as long as he was playing ball.
Fair enough. Because I think he said he wanted to play for at least a few more years.
Mm-hmm. Votto says he wants to play for a couple more years, which I mean, a year on a minor league deal with the Blue Jays isn't half bad, but I would have rather seen him with the club or the major league contract. Because I feel like Joey Votto's talent's wasted in the minors.
Yeah, I mean the man quietly has a Hall of Fame career and nobody talks about it. Why? Because he played for the Cincinnati Reds, who haven't done a damn thing while he was there, and now he's with his hometown team, and they probably won't do a damn thing anyway.
Well, we'll probably make a wild card spot at best.
Anyway, though, that concludes this edition of the very definition of a variety channel, Sports Edition. Thank you to Austin for letting me lay back for at least a little
Taco's
bit.
Tangent episode.
Yeah, Austin's Tangent episode as well. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for watching and for checking out our channel. If you enjoyed this content and you want to keep on seeing more of this, make sure you not only smash that like button, but also subscribe and hit that bell so you stay notified of every single video. Also, drop a comment leaving us your thoughts on everything we discussed. Well, not everything, your topic of choosing. Whatever you want to talk about, leave it in the comments. But thank you guys so much for watching and for all of your endless love and support. Alongside Mr. Taco, I'm Jimmy. This is The Bottom Line. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and we'll catch you next time. Peace, and take care.